Hi everyone. Here are some thoughts on the 5 Warrior Angel series by Brian Lee Durfee. Durfee is also a brilliant YouTuber. You should really check out his channel. But of course you already have because you're one of 2 people watching this. So of course you already know about Durfee. Anyway, as you probably also know, Durfee have recently had some really serious health issues. I urge you to follow the link in the description below that will take you to his GoFundMe. Boy oh boy, do I appreciate living in a country with free healthcare. However, I will not disrespect Durfee by letting this color my review of his books. Review or whatever. This is some thoughts on the book series of the 5 Warrior Angels. So let's get to it. Okay, so about rereads. A reread is what started this channel in the first place. Last year, I quit this series a few chapters into book 2, I think. I remember a feeling of being fed up and overwhelmed, a bit bored. Then, at the beginning of this year, it showed up on my radar for one reason or the other. I ended up looking up a summary on the internet and thought, I remember that. That was an interesting character. I actually kind of liked that. I wonder what happened next. And so on. So I ended up, of course, rereading book number 1. Well, I listened to it, if that matters. And this time around, I enjoyed it a lot more. So I continued on. Having already spent some time in this world made it feel a bit familiar and nice, and well, not nice. It's a grimdark story, so I don't. I hope you get my point. Anyway, so let's start with the things I did not particularly like, because I quit the series one time, so of course I'm not gonna love everything about it. First of all, I'm a bit skeptical when it comes to the grimdark genre overall. That's not Durfee's problem. That's just me and the genre. Blah. Hard word to pronounce. Anyway, the overall tone here was a bit too grim and too dark for my taste. Another negative is, and this is not a problem that only Durfee suffers from, but the whole thing is way too long. There are plenty of plot lines that could have been skipped. This is where I should put in the obligatory, in my opinion, but of course it's my bloody opinion. You see anyone else spouting opinions on this channel? No, it's my opinion. And no, I'm not a writer, and I wouldn't be able to do a better job myself. If I could do better and I was a writer, I would expect more subscribers to this channel. Anyway, for example, there is this long fetch quest with, I don't know what do they call it, the Fellowship of Nine or something like that. Completely superfluous plot, and there are more of those, unfortunately, and a few plot twists, enemy factions, and reveals too many, making the end a bit confusing and messy. And also, Nail is quite a boring main character, and never latched on to him. That being said, for some reason that I can't put my finger on, I liked spending time in this world. Don't get me wrong, though. I wouldn't set my foot in it. Thank you very much, but I still regret about it. The main reason for that are the characters. Nail may be a bit bland, but the female characters certainly are not. They are carrying the entire book on their shoulders in the way that the manly men can't. And there's a plethora of them. Jondralyn, great character, and well, really the interplay between Jondralyn, her sister Tala, and her brother the King. That is awesome stuff. More female characters such as Avashay, Krista, Liz Hen, and Lori should be mentioned as well. Laurie is the only one with a true potential to rule with an iron fist. Durfee's take on religion is also something I very much enjoyed, and I very much get where the comparisons to the Faithful and the Fallen series come from. As for the male characters, all of them aren't boring. The king is a very interesting character, and Lindhoff is hard not to like, poor thing. I'm very happy about the fact that I guessed very early on where his arc would lead him. I may not have been 100% correct, but I mean, overall, I saw it coming from his first couple of appearances. Lindhoff is also involved in what's probably the best lot line of the book. It's a very short one. When he, the character of Galt, and a girl whose name I'm blanking on right now. It's the girl that was tricked into an assassination plot against the king. Anyway, they're off on their own little side quest. Everyone is severely traumatized and broken, and it all ends in heartbreak for pretty much all of them. And poor Lindhoff ends up in an even more awkward situation as Galt leaves the group. Just great writing, great character development. I love that part of the series. So in all, a nice read, a bleak read, a bit too long of a read. I will read whatever Durfee writes next, but I'm quite happy with the time I spent in this particular world after this marathon, and I hope he writes something brand new next instead of, and I hope he doesn't continue in this world. I want to see something new from him. Anything else? Well, oh, yeah, of course, Bear Mug. He may be like the toughest, fiercest beast out there, but he's also a very good boy.